Roar. Yeah, just people, welcome back to another stream on this Saturday morning, bro. It feels weird, man. My days are all messed up, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been away, innit? I've been away. There he is, the final boss with the grr. Yo, bro, what have you started, man? Real talk, bro. I can't believe what you started here. Honestly, these little drinks, by the way, yeah, just fucking so sick, you know what I mean? Pre-gym carbohydrates is sick. Anyway, smash these likes up. We got humour. Let me know if you want the link in it. Yeah, I thought we'd talk a little bit about transfer activity, given the fact that there is only that to talk about. But I also wanted to have a look at our rivals today. Yeah, our sporting rivals. Yeah, sporting being the key word. Arsenal. I've just been watching Potsy's channel, and I've been like, oh, yo, Potsy speaking about some signings that Arsenal are looking at. So we'll speak about them, see if they're doing anything. And then we'll also speak about Liverpool. And obviously they're just like they're just breaking all the rules, innit? They're literally just breaking all the rules, man. Yeah, I mean, you just won the Premier League, boys. You're signing Wirtz, Frimpong, Kerkez, and more. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Anyway, smash these likes up, guys, if you've not done so already. I want to start off with Arsenal, and then we'll go on to Liverpool, and then we'll finish off on the City stuff, given the fact that I have spoken about City in the last couple of days. Grr. Pep Guardiola. Nah, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. All right, come on, Muse. What's happening, man? Massive, huge bomber today, LB, says Mohammed. Come on, bro. Big up, man. I don't know, man. I don't know how he is. You know what I'm saying? Yo, big up Darren. Yo, big up Brad as well. Delap and Parma City link up. Yeah, I've seen that. I think Delap's going to do well. I think Delap's going to do well, man. I think he is. I think he's going to do well at Chelsea. Now, will he do well enough? I don't know. I don't know if he's going to do well enough. You know what I mean? Because that's the thing, isn't it? Chelsea need to be trying to win the Premier League. So is he going to be doing enough? I don't know. Also, it's been confirmed, chat. Pep Lijnders, yeah, Jurgen Klopp's previous assistant, is joining Manchester City. It's been confirmed now. I know Fabrizio Romano has pretty much tweeted this yesterday, but Jack Gorn, who's obviously the main City sort of journalist, has just tweeted it 15 minutes ago. Pep Lijnders has agreed to join Guardiola's staff at Manchester City, which has got Liverpool fans very frustrated because when he left, he said he'd never be an assistant in the Premier League again or something. So yeah, Liverpool fans are moaning again, and they moved on from Trent, and now they're moaning at Pep Lijnders. So yeah, that is a confirmed deal, and I think it backs up my thoughts. I think we're going to play a completely different style next year. I really do. I think City are going to play a completely different style, man. I really, really do, boys. I think this is another indication that we are going to be making a massive fundamental shift in the way that we're going to be playing football. So yeah, anyway, we'll see what happens, innit? We'll see what happens. Anyway, smash these likes up, chat. Smash these likes up. Well, Sam said he ate it. Yeah, but to be honest with you, who knows, innit? No one really knows, to be honest. Nobody really knows, innit? What the fucking assistant manager's doing. This is why I never really lost my shit at Lilo. People was going sick at this Lilo guy, saying, oh, Juanma Lilo, get him out the football club. But based on what? No one really knows what's going on. The only guy I was fucking firing shots at was that Vissens, because apparently he was in charge of our set pieces. And I know people were saying, oh, he wasn't actually the set piece coach, he was just helping out. Yeah, well, he fucking shouldn't have been helping out me because our set pieces were dead. So yeah, I don't know about the Lilo guy. Anyway, let me do these chats and then we'll get into we'll start off with Arsenal. So I want to start off with Arsenal. I want to see what they're doing. Yeah, then we'll go to Liverpool. Then we'll finish off with the latest City news, man. So smash these likes up, guys, if you've not done so already. Shout out to MCFC. LB Bray, we making moves. People writing off Viana a few weeks ago looking like clowns now. Do you think Morgan Gibbs White happens since there's going to be more outgoings than we expected? Well, first of all, bro, I don't know how anyone could write off Viana before he's even fucking officially started and officially had the window. So yeah, for me that was just weird. That was just very strange that people was cooking him. Like I say, bro, if we get to the end of the window, we've signed dead players. Fair's cook him, innit? That's more than reasonable. But bro, you got to give the guy a little bit of a chance. You know what I'm saying? Bro, we're about to get this Reijnders in, who I think it's going to be a good signing. This Cherki Donny as well. So we'll see what happens, man. But you can't. I think you've got to give the guy a little bit of a chance, bro. The window's not even opened yet. Some people are writing him off. So we'll see, innit? Do I think Gibbs White happens? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Weird. I think it does happen. I think it happens. I just think it drags on. I don't think it gets done before the Club World Cup. I don't think it gets done before the Club World Cup. Why do we need Gibbs White if we get Cherki and Reijnders? Because if we get rid of the unks, if the unks are leaving the football club, you're going to have Rodri, Nico G, Reijnders, and Cherki. Is that right? And then Foden. 5. Is that right, chat? Have I missed anyone off that list? If we get rid of the unks, we got 5. That's not enough. You need another one. And I still think Cherki gets played off the right. I still think Cherki gets played off the right and inverts in. So I think you need another midfielder. You need a middle midfielder. Yeah, but Echeverry's getting loaned. And I don't know what's going to happen with Bob, bro. O'Reilly. Listen, O'Reilly's a good player, but I don't see where he's going to get massive game time next year if we sign a left back, which is why I'd leave if I was him. We got Mark. LB, who's your worst player of the season? Probably Walker. Busy week coming for you. I'm buzzing, man. I can't lie. I do like it. I do like transfers, man. Transfer streams get me excited. Elliot Anderson is the one from Forest, says Tom. Yeah, man. Nah, nothing on the goalkeepers, man. Nothing on the goalkeepers. Still nothing on Ederson. But yeah, big up FTFC. Big up Toll says Klopp, most influential person was Pep Lijnders. All right, so Klopp's lying then, apparently, or whatever. Listen, to be honest with you, like, I'm not really that bothered in it. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I don't know what the guy's like. I don't know if this Pep Lijnders guy's going to be cooking or not. I don't have a clue, innit? I don't have a clue. But I think it backs up. That we are going to get a fundamental shift in how we're going to play. Yeah, built to you as well. Anyway, let's get stuck into this. Arsenal. What are you doing, mates? Yeah, we're doing rival watch. Arsenal, what are you doing? What signings have you made? Because for me, you need to be signing X-Factor players. Yeah, I think Arsenal need to enter their Bombazzo era, their Galactico era, and I think they need to sign X-Factor players. So according to this, they've got nothing done yet. I look at Arsenal, right, and I think, right, you need a striker. I think you need to upgrade your left winger because I don't think Trossard is consistent enough, and I don't really rate Martinelli like that either. I think maybe as a squad rotation option, maybe. You need a new backup right winger as well, and obviously they've pretty much got Zubimendi in it. They've got Zubimendi in, so big up for that in the chat. Yeah, reminded me about that. I think that's a decent signing. From what I've seen of Zubimendi, I like him as a 6. So let's have a look at Sesko. Let's have a look at this guy because I think we spoke about this a couple of weeks ago on stream. When City played, who does he play for? Is it Leipzig? When City played Leipzig a few years ago, bro, he wasn't even the best striker at Leipzig. It was Openda. So he's contracted until 2029. 65 million euro value. He's 22. He's only just turned 22. How many goals has he scored this year? 21 goals in 45 games. Do that by the minutes. 3,258 divided by 21. 155 minutes per goal. Yeah. Struggled at the start of the season, didn't he? Only 3 goals in his first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3 goals in his first 12 games. Ain't the greatest. Then he found a bit of hot form. And then sort of ended the season a bit dead as well, really, didn't he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. He got 5 goals in 15 in his final 15. I mean, to be honest with you, yeah, like, I just feel that, like, this ain't the signing, man. I don't think this is the signing that Arsenal should be making. What are you guys saying? What are you guys saying? Do you think this is the right sign? I just don't think it's the right signing. Like, he doesn't score enough goals. He looks a little bit inconsistent. Apparently, it's pretty expensive, like 70 million or something. And, bro, I'm being serious, yeah? When City played Leipzig, bro, in it, chat, not even lying, he wasn't even... Openda was the better striker that day, bro. Openda was the better striker that day. I'm just very surprised that they're gonna go for this guy. Like, Arsenal need X Factor players for here and now. Yeah, exactly, Karl. He's a project striker. Like, bro, they need to go out and get like someone that's cooking right now, man. 90 mil. What are you talking about? 90 mil. 90 mil. What? What? Big up Steve says that's the money you pay for top strikers and sure things. Be like up with Nunes. Yeah, I know, man. It's just weird. Like, if I was an Arsenal fan, I would be not happy with this. Gyökeres would have probably been the one, or Isak, but Isak would have probably... I mean, yeah, Isak would have been difficult to get out of Newcastle. You'd probably need him to want to leave, but they've got Champions League, so that would be tough. And it's probably going to cost at least 150 million to get Isak. Gyökeres has scored pure goals. Like, for me, I think Gyökeres is the one that I'd probably go for. He's a little bit more experienced. He scored a ridiculous amount of goals. Or maybe even Osimhen. I think Osimhen's probably the one, for Arsenal. Because Arsenal play this, like, pass football, like City do, where they dominate the ball. And you need a little bit of a goal hanger. Like, you need, like, a Jermaine Defoe. Like, someone in the box, a fox in the box. And I think Osimhen's the one. The problem is, apparently, Osimhen wants a lot of money. But he deserves it, man. The guy's got over 40 GA this year. If I was Arsenal, honestly, bro, I'd probably go for Osimhen. I think Osimhen's the perfect player for Arsenal. The perfect player. And he's won league titles. He's won league titles before, so he brings experience. Again, if you go through that Arsenal team, yeah, how many of those players have actually won something? Won a trophy? Not a lot, Not a lot. Osimhen's won league titles. Wade is a problem, though. Yeah, but Saman, yeah? Bro, at some point, a football club has to decide if they're a legit club or not. Do they actually want to win or not? If you want to win, you got to pay the big bucks, bro. City paying Haaland 500 grand a week. Why? Because he's fucking top dog striker, mate. Scores pure goals. Like, sometimes you have to decide whether or not. Look at Liverpool. They could have just gone to Salah. You know what, mate? You're 33. Thanks for everything. But, nah. Yeah, we're not paying you 400 grand a week. Bro, they didn't know, did they? They went, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to give him 400 grand a week. Why? Because he's scoring goals every single week. Like, at some point, a club has to decide whether or not they're a business, yeah, or whether or not they're a club that actually legit wants to win. They can get Alvarez. Yeah, but Alvarez is going to cost a lot of money, bro. Alvarez is going to cost a lot more money. Alvarez is over 100 million quid. Alvarez is going to cost over 100 million quid, man. LB, in my opinion, is right about what? For Arsenal. We're talking about Arsenal at the moment, isn't it? Why is that? I've not stopped going on. I was on holiday, bro. Ekatike scored, continues scoring after Marmoush left, so he has something about him. He does, right? However, Tom, again, we're talking about a team that's not won the Premier League for 20 years and is now trophyless in the last 5 years, right? Do you really want to be going getting a 22-year-old who's just scored 22 goals this season? How many goals did he score last year? I just don't think that's the right signing again. He scored 4 goals last year, bro. He hardly played. I just don't think that's the right signing. I just don't, Arsenal need players that can get them across the line, not project players. Yeah, not players where they get to January, February and go, oh, you know what? Next year, this player's going to be ready. Or 2 years, he's going to be ready. Nah. How long? This is the Patrice everything, isn't it? With Arsenal, it's always Netflix FC. It's always next season. If you go and buy a 22-year-old like Sesko or Ekatike, they might need a year, 2 years, 3 years to settle in. But that's not where Arsenal are at in the process. If they go and buy, for me, a young player that needs time, that throws in the bin the whole narrative about this phase thing. Because they are now in the phase of winning trophies. They've got the majority of the squad. Yeah, it needs a couple tweaks here and there, a couple new players, but you need to sign players every single year, so that's not a big deal. Yeah, they are in the process now of getting a couple of players in, maybe 3. Yeah, maybe 3 starters and then a couple of rotations, and that's them then. They should be going for Premier League and winning Champions League. But if you go and buy an Ekatike, who's had one good year at 22, or a Sesko, I just feel that, like, as a City fan, right, I always say this, right, for me, football, it's not just about what happens on the pitch, it's what happens off the pitch and about scaring you, right? So someone put a message in the chat a minute ago, right? I can't remember who it was. Someone put a message in the chat and said, LB, are you worried about Liverpool? Yes, I am. LB, are you worried about Liverpool signings? Yes, I am. Why? Why? Because they've just won the Premier League and they go and signing Wirtz, they go and getting Frimpong, they go and getting Kerkez, and they'll probably add one more to the forward line as well. So that's put the frighteners on me straight away before the season's even started. 2 years ago, when Arsenal signed Rice, I thought to myself, this could be a problem. Why? Because they bought a serious baller. They bought a serious player. Last summer, when I looked at Arsenal's transfer window, I knew they weren't going to win the league. I said they ain't winning the league. You're not going to win the league buying Marino, Calafiori, and Sterling on loan. Now, as it was, obviously we fucked up as well in our transfer window, but that's beside the point. It's about making a statement. It's about making a statement to your rivals to say, you best be on it this year, because if you're not, yeah, we're gonna clean up. And that's what Liverpool are doing right now. Liverpool are doing right now, yeah, with their signings and the way that they're acting in the club. Yeah, the way they're acting as a football club with their transfers. They're not just winning the league and going, right, lads, that's our second Premier League in 30 years. It's the first one that we can properly celebrate because we couldn't do the first one in COVID. Nice, we've won it. Let's just be happy. They've gone and bought possibly the most in-demand player in world football in Florian Wirtz. The most expensive transfer of the summer, probably the biggest transfer of the summer. They've got 2 new fullbacks in. Yeah, they've already announced one. And I reckon they might even get another forward. They might get a striker or a winger or something. It's about putting that pressure on. Say, right, this is what we're doing. What are you going to do? And City look like we're responding. Maybe we're a little bit slower than Liverpool are in terms of these deals, but we're not a million miles behind. Why? What City do? Well, we're going to get into Reijnders, Serie A midfielder of the year. We're looking at getting Ryan Cherki, top baller in France. Yeah, Ait Nouri, the left back at Wolves, good player, and a couple of others. And on top of that, we've got Rodri and Foden hopefully coming back. And then you look at Arsenal, and you're looking at Arsenal going, Sesko. Does Sesko get me worried about the Premier League with that? I'm sorry, it just doesn't. It doesn't. If they went and got an Osimhen, or maybe even a Gyökeres, maybe, but Sesko, Ekatike, sorry, these names just do not do it for me at all. Zubimendi's a good signing. I think Zubimendi's a good signing. And I think that's more the way that Arsenal, can improve. However, Steve, yeah, Arsenal winning the league for me is about the forwards. They need a striker. They need someone to be able to put that ball in the back of the net. Because I'm sorry, I actually think Havertz has done a pretty good job, but he's not done a good enough job. Otherwise, they would have won the league. He's done a good job, really, considering he's not a striker, but he's not good enough. And they need a striker. So I think the signing of Zubimendi is a good signing for Arsenal, and I think that's good. But then again, if he's replacing, if Partey leaves and he's a replacement for Partey, is he better than Partey? I wouldn't say so. So whilst there is a good signing, you could argue it's a downgrade. But if you have him, Rice, and maybe Odegaard, and Odegaard needs to step up this year because he was fucking shit this year. That's decent, but then you need a striker and you need a left winger. If I was Arsenal, I'd go all out for Rodrigo at Liverpool. Imagine if they got Rodrigo on the left, Saka on the right, and then got a striker like Osimhen. Wow, that could cook, and that'd worry me. That'd scare me as a fan, as a rival fan. I'd be scared. Then I'd be like, shit. And bro, how much is that going to cost? By the way, 100 million euros for Rodrigo. That's what, 80 million, 82 million, and then Osimhen about what, 40? Yeah, his wages are high, but you're going to get him for about 40 million. 40 million plus a bit of wages. And what? Who cares? But like, can you imagine that as a rival fan? Can you imagine as a City fan or a Liverpool fan or a Chelsea fan, Newcastle, whatever, if Arsenal have Rodrigo, Osimhen, and Saka as the front three? I'd be like, yo, damn, that is crazy, bro. I'd be looking at my club saying, right, we need to respond. We need to respond. What are we doing in the transfer market? What are we doing? We need to go and get some better players. But if they end up with Sesko as their striker and whoever else on the left, like it's just an average player, I just think for me that I just don't think you're going to win the league again. I'm sorry, Arsenal fans, I just don't think that's good enough. You know, it's probably good enough for second, maybe it's good, it's or third, but it's not good enough to win the league, in my opinion. It's really not. Shout out Paul says we need 5 to 6 players. We couldn't afford to be spending 120 million on one player. Liverpool really need Verts, so can afford to splurge that marquee signing. We're doing the right thing. Time will tell, Paul. Time will tell, will it, mate? We'll see. If Verts goes to Liverpool and starts tearing it up, then maybe we'll be like, yo, maybe we should have just got that one player. But yeah, for me, it's all about time. Time will tell. I'm not as down as I was like a week ago. When the news broke a week ago, I was like, for fuck's sake, this is horrendous news. But I've come round to the signing of Cherki. I think Reijnders is a good player. I think we need another midfielder, to be honest, and then get me a couple of fullbacks, and I think we'll be all right. For me, I still think that Rodri and Foden is the most important thing. See what else you guys are saying. Got notifications. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. People always say this about the notifications. I'm not sure why that's happening, innit? Arsenal 4th behind Liverpool, City and Chelsea. Yeah. Yeah, Owen's an Arsenal fan. What's he saying? Fair point. I don't think we'll be winning Champions League or the league. I think we need to focus on the domestic cups. See, that's just a thing though, isn't it, Owen? Like, bro, this is like 6 years into the project now, isn't it? How long's Arteta been there now, bro? Arteta transfer marked. Isn't this his 6th year? And this is where it gets to the point where it's like, surely in the 6th year of his management, and you'll probably do £1 billion in total transfer spend after this summer. Surely it should be like majors, no? So he basically had like more than half a season in his first year. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's had 5.5 seasons. So yeah, this is his 6th season. 6th season. Or 7th season, actually. 7th season. He managed 20 games in that first year. So he's done over half the season there. But yeah, I don't know, bro. I feel like that's a bit of an L, no? Like, surely this is the year that you need to be winning like the majors. I mean, you need to win something. But, bro, I've said this for time, Owen. I've said this for time. I've said I think where Arteta's gone wrong over the last couple of years for me is not properly going out for those domestic cups. When Pep came to City, bro, yeah, and then people say, oh, it's easy to go. I just compared it to Pep because I'm a City fan and it's easy for me to explain it. When Pep came to City, Pep farmed. He absolutely farmed that Carabao Cup for the first 4 or 5 years. Farmed it, yeah. We was playing mid-table teams, putting strong 11s out, just getting them in, win. We won it like 4 or 5 times in a row. People was getting bored of the trophy because City was winning it all the time. Why did he do that? I think he did it to get that winning mentality. Because trust me, Pep don't give a shit about that trophy anymore. Pep does not care about that Carabao Cup anymore. Not one little bit. I think that's what Arteta should have done, man. These last couple of years, I think he should have just proper full sent the Carabao Cup. You know? Big up to Angus. Oh, it was you who put a fucking message in. Yeah, big up to you, bro. Sorry, man. I didn't realise it's a super chat. It says, you fear Liverpool for next season. They scare me. Yeah, I do. Of course I do, man. I think anyone saying that they don't is lying. Bro, they just won the league. So for me, they're automatically favourites for next year. And they buy in Verts. They've already got Frimpong in. They're getting Kirkes. And I still think they'll get one more attacker, bro. So yeah, I do fear Liverpool, man. But listen, if we can get some signings in, top players, and get Rodri and Foden back, then we're ready to go. We're ready to compete. Because we didn't compete this year, man. We didn't compete. But yeah, Liverpool are acting like a big club. Built an idea says people have zero patience. They want all the signings done yesterday. Just relax. Join me in Amsterdam, cooking in the coffee shop. In my opinion, we'll compete next season. That's what it's about, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's about, you got to be competing for the trophies, man. And like this year, obviously, we've not competed for the trophies apart from the FA Cup, but that final was a bit of a joke. So, bro, you got to give the guy time, innit, bro? You know what I mean? Like I say, bro, if you get to the end of the window and you don't like the transfer window, feel free to cook the guy, innit? Feel free to cook Viana. If you're an Arsenal fan, cook the new guy. If you're a Liverpool fan, cook your guy, yeah? But you've got to surely, the window's not even fucking open, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you, innit? LB, would you have had Frimpong at City? I would, but I think you would have had to have got rid of Nunes and Rico, and then you'd probably have to get 2 right backs in if you got Frimpong, because I'd want a more sort of defensive, solid right back if you're going to get Frimpong. Frimpong for me is basically your Nunes, you know, a guy that gets down the line, gets crosses in and attacks. So we didn't really need him. I think City, if we're going to sign a right back, it needs to be someone who's a bit more solid defensively, in my opinion. But yeah, give me some more comments on Arsenal, guys, before we move on to Liverpool. Let me know what you guys are saying. Arteta went strongs in the cups this year, but the players bottled it, says Saman. So what else you guys are saying? Winning breeds winning, no matter what competition. Facts, bro. Facts. Facts. LB, I don't know if you see this. Unlike Pep's students, Arteta follows Pep's blueprint exactly. He lacks his own identity. His signings even seem like he copies us. Yeah, I mean, I kind of see that a little bit as well, you know. Does he have his true own identity, or is he just literally copying Pep? That is a bit of an issue, isn't it? Yeah. I think it's I don't know, man. Obviously, it's a question for the Arsenal fans, but if he doesn't win anything this year, I struggle to see how he can stay at the club. He's done £1 billion in transfer spend after this summer, and if he doesn't win anything this year, like, bro, like, I think that even the top gooners, as Potsy was calling them then, I think Lee calls them top gooners. How can you back a guy that's not won anything for 6 years? Do you know what I mean? I smash these likes up, guys. Get these likes up, man. 1.1k people in the building. Let's get these likes to at least 300. Come on, man. We need 30 people. Smash the likes. Berta has no power. Well, this is the thing about this new guy, Berta, that they got from Atletico Madrid. I heard Potsy speaking about it. It's like, yo, is this guy going to have the power? Is this guy going to have the power to actually get these players in and tell Arteta that, nah, he ain't doing the wrong one? Let's see what else you guys are saying. Even with the Calafiori signing, he said, well, they signed Calafiori for what, 30 odd million quid. And I think Miles Lewis-Skelly's a better player than him, which is a bit mad. Yeah, I think he is. Arteta is lucky because Arsenal fans are deluded and dumb, says Brad Pitt. Owen says, the worrying thing is I don't think Arteta will change the style next season. More U-shaped football, says Owen. Yeah, I'd take him, bro. I think Arsenal heads fall off next season with the pressure, mate. Yeah, the thing is, bro, I just feel that, like, surely they have to win now, innit? They have to win, bro. They have to win. They have to win. You can't not win anything again for 6 years. 6 years. You're Arsenal fucking football club, man. You're the third most successful club in the country. You're one of the most, you're one of the biggest football clubs in the world by fan base. Like, you've got to win something, man. This is why Slot smashed it, you know, because Slot's just come in now. You know how much pressure's on Slot now? You know how much pressure's on him? Zero. Zero pressure on this guy now. Zero. The guy's chilling. The guy's chilling. The guy has the freedom now. If he wants to change it a little bit. Like last year, he come in, right? And I don't think he changed a lot. You know what I mean? He changed a little bit, but I don't think he changed like wholesale stuff. Because he probably knew that if he did and it went wrong, Liverpool fans would be like, what's he doing? Why is he changing? Blah, blah, blah. Bro, if he wants to change the tactic now, he's got the credit in the bank. No Liverpool fan's going to go, oh, what's he doing? What's he doing, man? You know what I mean? Because he's earned that credit. He's got the credit in the bank, bro. I think he smashed it, man. Honestly, and you know what's crazy as well, yeah? Is, and you can check this if you really want to, after 3 games, I knew that this Slot guy was serious. I said it on streams. I did after 3 games, I was like, yeah, this guy's a proper coach. This guy's a proper coach, man. You could just tell, bro. You could just tell. Morgan gives white to Arsenal, please, says Kev. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Slatters. Nah, it's a different type of pressure, though, isn't it? It's a different type of pressure. The pressure's more like... Arteta's under pressure because if he doesn't win anything this season, he has to lose his job. Like, he just has to. Like, you can't go 6 years without winning anything, doing £1 billion in spend. Like, that's the different type of pressure. The pressure Slot's under is a different type of pressure. It's more of like, okay, you've won the league in the first year. What are you going to do now in the second year? Are you going to retain the Prem? Liverpool have not retained the Prem before. Are you going to do better in the Champions League? Can you get to the final? Can you win it? Can you maybe win a double? Can you win 2 trophies in one season? But like, if they don't win anything, I don't think you're going to find too many people saying get him out. Not for 1 year. So I think it's a different type of pressure. He's obviously under pressure, but it's a different type of pressure. It's not the same pressure that I'm talking about when it comes to Arteta. Arteta's under a pressure where if he doesn't win, he's sacked. Slot's not under that because he's won the league in his first year, bro. Yeah. I shouldn't have said zero pressure. It's a different type of pressure. Facts. Yeah. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said zero pressure. He's under pressure, but it's a different type of pressure. It's probably a nice pressure to have. It's like, people are looking at us going, what can we do? It's more like an inward looking pressure. Like, what can we do at this season? People are looking at us saying, you could actually go and win that again, or go and win a double, or go and win the Champions League. So, yeah, I think it's different. I shouldn't have had no pressure. That's wrong. He does have pressure, but it's a different type of pressure. Let's see what you guys are saying. Slot said himself, Liverpool has to win every season. He knows the standards, says Jake. Yeah, first. As much as people like to, let's say a good comment. So Max says, as much as I love to pan on Arsenal Arteta, they are a much better team than people give them credit for. It would be foolish to write them off. Nah, exactly. I'm not writing them off. I'm just saying if they get Sesko and don't get a top dong left wing, I just don't think they've got enough in the tank to win the league. Not when Liverpool are making moves like this, and not when City are getting Rodri back. Bro, we won more football matches this year in the Premier League than Arsenal. And we were fucking shit. Like, that's a major... I don't know, people say, Arsenal was on the beaches for the last... Who cares, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't know. I feel like Arsenal are not making the moves in the window that they should be making, bro. I can't lie. The players aren't our problem. It's the manager for sure. Well, I think it probably is the manager, but I think that you need to hit the big signings this summer, man. Have we made it 50? I don't know, man. I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. Very good chance Canate leaves for Liverpool. Right, I like Canate, me. I really like Canate. I'd have him at City every day of the week. I think the guy's a fucking beast. I think the guy's an absolute beast, man. He's fast. He's good in the air. Just a tank, bro. I'd have him at City. I know some people don't rate him. I've said this before, and some people really don't rate him, but I think he's a good player, man. I think he's a good player. But yeah, if he leaves on a free as well, fuck me. That is unreal. Mamouche won goal of the season. Oh, come on. That was a solid goal as well, man. At least we won something, boys. At least we won something. Right, let me do the super chats, and then we'll move on to Liverpool. Have a proper in-depth conversation about Liverpool, and then we'll move on to City, man. Big up to Jack. Yeah, big up to you, bro. Appreciate that. Big up to Nevan says, fuck Liverpool. Salah and Van Dijk Unks. Who's their backup centre-back? LFC squad. I actually don't know. Let's have a look. Liverpool squad. Their defenders are Joe Gomez. He can play at centre-back. Van Dijk, Canate, Quansah. Yeah, they probably need another centre-back. If I was them, I'd go and get Mark Way. From Palace. Homegrown, 50 mil, Premier League proven, 24. He's on the edges of becoming like a proper elite level centre-back. Played really well for England at the Euros. If I was Liverpool, I'd go and get Mark Way tomorrow. I think that'd be a top signing. Top signing, man. I think he's a really good player. Yeah, that's who I'd go and get. But yeah, they probably do need someone. Bro. Facts. Be able to do again, bro. Appreciate the super chat. Says hot take LB. I think defensively Liverpool might suffer. No real cover after Gomez. Yeah, just spoke about that. Also with flying fullbacks, Van Dijk at 33 will have to cover huge ground. He will. Yeah, well, listen. I mean, for it's quite funny actually. Like for me, bro. I don't know if you agree on this, but I think the most important thing for City this summer is getting Rodri and Foden back to their best. I think that trumps any signing. I think it's better than any signing that we could potentially get those two back, right? Especially Rodri. Rodri's key. Liverpool are probably the same in a different way in that they just need Van Dijk and Salah to keep performing. Because if Salah falls off, they're losing what? They're losing goals, bro. They're losing match-winning goals. And who else is going to replace them? You know, I think Wirtz will add some goals, but I don't think he's someone that gets like pure goals. You know what I mean? He probably gets like 12 to 16 a season. You know, Salah's getting like 40. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy numbers. And there is a graph. I don't know if you guys saw the graph. I'll see if I can find it now real quick. I remember Stefan tweeted it. But it's a graph, yeah, of forward players and their goals per 90 dropping off when they hit the age of 33. And it is it's quite mad, but here it is. I found it. Yo, big up, man. I actually found it. Look at this graph, chat. Yeah, just get rid of the super chat one sec. Look at this, Nadir. So this is the goal scoring rate for forward drops sharply after the age of 33. So goals per 90 minutes drops from 0.52 to 0.26. So they need that not to happen. They need that not to happen. Yeah. Yeah, Salah's 32. It'll be 33 in June. It's 33 in June. But that's why, yeah, exactly. No, I agree, Ali. I agree. That's why I think they need to go and get a striker as well. I think that's why they need to go and get a striker as well. Facts. Yeah, and that is over a 4-year period. Yeah, that is over a 4-year period. But the fact is, it does drop. You know, that's a fact. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But yeah, well, Liverpool had no other option, man. They couldn't let Salah walk out the door. They couldn't let him walk out the door. Bowen's been cooking, bro. He messaged me in it. That Charlie guy messaged me on Instagram. You know, he messaged me on Instagram chat. What did he say? He sent me a picture. He said, Jared Bowen versus Bukayo. He's beefing Bukayo Saka, chat. Nah, let me put this up on screen. That's actually wild. Remember when we speak? I don't know if some of you guys probably were in the stream last night, yeah. But there's a West Ham fan that watches the channel, chat. And he's been banging on about Jared Bowen, saying Jared Bowen's like criminally underrated, like he's better than Saka, he's better than Salah, and all this kind of shit. And we've just been kind of like roasting him, saying he's not. He sent me this last night. Look at this. Jared Bowen, 109. Is this Prem only? Yeah, this is Prem only. Yeah, Premier League only. Jared Bowen, 198 appearances. Premier League goals, 54. Non-Premier League goals, 52. Penalty goals, 2. 37 assists. And then he's compared it to Saka, who's got pretty much similar numbers, but 10 less penalty goals. And, he does have more assists. He has 8 more assists. But yeah, he sent me that last night. I was like, yo, that's crazy. I messaged him back and said, yo, we was literally speaking about you tonight on the stream, man. Yo, Bowen's on fire, innit? Bowen's on fire. Now, he's a good player, man. I like Bowen, but I've always said about Bowen, like, I'm not sure what his level is. Is he like a Tottenham player? Or is he a Man City player? Is he a Liverpool player? Yeah? Or is he just like a fucking Spursy player? Like, there's no doubt he's a good player. He's definitely a good player. But, like, is he good enough? I just don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of those footballers about nowadays, though, isn't there? There's so many of those footballers about now where you look at him and go, yeah, he's a good player, yeah? He's a good player, but, like, is he good enough to take the step up? Like, I had that conversation about so many different players. Well, you got 24 G&A this year, you know. 24 G&A, which is good numbers, man. It's a goal every 131 minutes. That's impressive. It's impressive numbers. Have you seen the shape Salah is in? The guy's shredded, peak condition. I don't think he'll drop off anytime soon, unfortunately. I know, probably not, bro. But the thing is, yeah, we don't need him to fall off a cliff. Yeah. We don't need him to fall off a cliff. We just need him to stop getting 57 GA. That's what we need, bro. I don't need Salah to fall off a cliff, innit? I really don't need that, bro. I'm not asking for that. I'm asking for him to stop getting 34 goals and 23 assists in a season, bro. You know what I'm saying? Fucking joke numbers. What is that, by the way? Our minutes played. 4501 divided by, what is it? 62? Is that what he got? 62? No, it's not. No, it's 57. 78 minutes per goal or an assist. Fuck. Oh, that's disgusting work, bro. That is disgusting work, you know. That is hanging. That is hanging. That is hanging, bro. Oh, no, that is nasty work. 78 minutes per G&A. Fuck. That is wild. Honestly, that is actually wild. I do those numbers all the time. It's crazy. That is crazy. But yeah, we don't need him to fall off, innit? We don't need him to fall off. We just need him to drop a little bit. If his goals drop, he's got 34 goals this year, bro. If they drop to 25 and his assists drop to 17, 16, that'll be a massive gap, on the points. That might drop him 7 or 8 points. Yeah, that might drop him like 7 or 8 points. And if they drop 7 or 8 points, we're in the mix. That's all we need. That's all we need, man. Right, let me do the super chats and we'll speak about Liverpool signings. Big up to Jack, says Slot and Pep will just have fun next season. For Arteta, every game is a final for them. Ultimate stress from day one. City and Liverpool squads improved teammate. Yeah, I feel like City's probably under a little bit of pressure to respond as well, bro. We've just done a 4-peat. We've lost our crown. And we've obviously had a terrible year. We just spent 175 million in January. We're spending another probably 200 to 300 million this summer. I think City will be under pressure as well. I think City will be under pressure to respond. So I think Slot can have some fun. Yeah, but I think Pep is probably going to be under a little bit of pressure to get this team competing again, if I'm being completely honest with you, bro. But I think we're going to be playing a lot better football than we was last year, because last year was bad, man. But yeah, Arsenal, you're right on Arsenal. Arsenal every game a final, bro. Facts. Big for the dono. Shout out MD as well. Says, I don't mind Núñez as right back. You can see how much he improved. His bozos reduced since he accepted being a right back after the Pep conference. His J is good. Listen, I've said this for time, and I'm happy with him being a backup, bro, but I'm not happy with him starting. I think he's got too many bozo errors in him still. So, yeah, I'm happy with him being a rotational option. If we want to play a team and we want to get someone going forward and getting crosses in, cool. But I'm not confident in going to Anfield with Núñez as my right back. I'm not confident in going to the Bernabeu. Yeah, the Camp Nou, these gaffs, San Siro. Yeah, even Emirates with this guy's my right back. I'm not. But at home to Burnley, yeah, at home to the majority of teams in the league, to be honest, probably the bottom 15. I'd happy with Núñez being my right back. Just the top games where it's tight. I don't quite trust him, bro. But there are people out there who do trust him. Right, let's have a proper conversation then about Liverpool before we wrap up on City. Verts. That is, fuck me, that's a big signing. I can't lie. That is a big signing, chat. That is how a proper club moves. That is how a proper club moves, boys. Win the Premier League, and then they go out there and sign Florian Wirtz for, I think they're saying it's going to be total package, not including wages, 120 million euros, which in GBP is 120 GBP. 101 million pounds. So it's a lot of money, but that's what you got to do, man. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. So that's a big signing. Frimpong's already confirmed. I think that's a good signing. I don't think Liverpool will miss Trent that much, if at all. I've said it for time, yeah, and obviously Liverpool fans will start saying it because it was like a riot. I just think Trent is massively overrated. I'm sorry, I do. I think he's massively overrated. I think that Frimpong will allow Salah to get closer to the goal because Frimpong will overlap like properly and play basically as a winger, and Salah will just go infield where he's dangerous in front of goal. And it would not surprise me. It would not surprise me one bit if Liverpool fans are sitting here in 4 months' time saying we're actually better with Frimpong than Trent. It would not surprise me one little bit. Honestly, I just think Trent is mad overrated. I'm sorry, I do. I just don't rate him like that at all. He's got a good ping on him. He can shoot. He can put a nice cross in the box, man. But I just don't think he's that guy, man. I'm sorry. I just don't. And I think Frimpong can come in. And I think he can offer real balance to Liverpool's side. I think he'll help. I think he'll help Salah even more. I think Salah could thrive off him being there. And I think that's a good signing and cheap. And pretty cheap as well. On the other side, Kerkez. I mean, that's quite an attacking set of fullbacks, isn't it? That's a decent set of fullbacks from an attacking point of view. That will be interesting. I think Nadir said it before. Was it Nadir or Super Chat? I can't remember who said it now. What's going to happen with Van Dijk? Because Van Dijk now is going to get so exposed. Because he's going to be left more defensive work rate to do than ever before. I suppose Liverpool have played that before in the past, though, with Robertson and Trent. So maybe it's not as big of a difference as maybe we're making out. But I do feel that like that is just a very, very aggressive, very, very attacking set of fullbacks. I think the midfield's going to be interesting. Here's another prediction. Here's another prediction. And this could be controversial, but I'm going to say it anyway. I think that by the end of next season, Liverpool realise that Gravenberch is not a CDM and they need to buy a CDM. I think Gravenberch did really, really well. I think I said this before. I think Gravenberch did really, really well this season. Yeah, really, really well. Better than anyone could have ever imagined. One of the best players in that position, right? However, I feel that there were moments that I watched Liverpool and gone, I don't think he's a 6 man. The PSG game, I know Liverpool didn't particularly play well in that, but I just thought like he was just absent in that game. So yeah, it'll be interesting. That's a biggie because if I'm wrong, then they're set for the next 10 years. How old is Gravenberch? Like 23? Gravenberch. Yeah, he's 23 years old. So if I'm wrong, they're chilling. They're absolutely chilling because they've got a CDM for the next 10 years. But I feel that like, yeah, I feel like it ain't gonna happen, man. I feel like it ain't gonna happen. I feel like by the end of the season they'll be going, yeah, we need a CDM. Gravenberch in the 8 is cold. I feel like he's an 8, bro. I feel like he's an 8 that can do a decent job. We actually probably should have signed this guy, yeah? He's probably an 8 that can do a decent job as a 6, but I just don't think he's a full 6, man. I don't think he's a full 6. I think Liverpool should go out and buy a 6, but they can't do it this year, probably. They're not got the cash because they've already buying Verts and all this, but next year, maybe. But they just need to get away with it, man. And up top, they probably need a striker, maybe a left winger. I don't rate Diaz. I don't really rate Gakpo, to be honest with you, but I think he's done all right this year. So yeah, I think Liverpool are looking good. Add a couple more players in, get a forward player. I think they definitely need a forward player. And then they're probably ready to go again. Right, what's this about Plettenberg? We got a bomber, yeah? Plettenberg, Florian Plettenberg. What is this? Share screen. Is this a real bomber or not? Understand Ryan, Cherki and Manchester City are working towards a full agreement. Talks are positive with Cherki ready and willing to join Pep Guardiola and Man City. An offer from City is expected in the coming days. Yeah, I mean, we kind of knew this anyway, innit, to be honest with you. I think that gets done in probably by Wednesday or Thursday, probably. But yeah, that's not really a bomber. We kind of know that anyway, innit? We kind of know that, boys. Yeah, so to finish off on Liverpool then, before we move on to City, left back done with Kerkez pretty much, you'd imagine. Frimpong's already done. Verts is pretty much done. I think that Gravenberch one's an interesting one. I think they'll be all right, but I think by the end of the year, they might want a proper 6. And then they need an attacker. Yeah. Who they get as an attacker, I don't know. I don't know what the budget is. But yeah, they're looking good, man. I can't lie. Like, if I was a Liverpool fan, I'd be very, very happy with the business that they're making. Very, very happy. Right, let's move on to City then, boys. Where we at here with City? Smash these likes up as well. Shout out To says Frimpong can't defend from what I've watched. You know what's crazy is, bro, I can't even give you an opinion on this because even though I have watched Leverkusen this year a good 6 times, 7 times, bro, I swear down every time he's played like left wing, right wing, but I've not even seen him in a defensive position. So I actually can't comment on this because I don't know. Every time I've watched him, he's been playing like one of the games. I swear he played like as a left winger. So yeah, I can't see that, bro. I can't give you an answer on it. I don't know. But I know a lot of people do say that. But then again, nor could Trent. Trent couldn't defend. So who gives a shit in it from a Liverpool point of view? You know what I mean? Can't be any worse than Trent. He can't be any worse than Trent, boys. Trent was awful. Right. City. So we just had that bomber tapping from Plettenberg. A deal's going in for Ryan Cherki. What do we think about this chat, Ryan Cherki? I think it's a good signing. I'm liking the move of this. I think obviously I would rather have adverts, but I think it's a decent backup option. And Karl doing Al Mubarak, we watched the video last night. We reacted to the video. He said we've got good options as number 2s. I think this is a good option for number 2. I'm happy with that. Left back, looks like it's probably going to be an attempt to try and get Ryan Ait-Nouri, double Ryan from Wolves. I reckon that'll probably get done at around 40 to 45 million. I like this signing. He's probably like not at the level that I'd quite like for the here and now, but I think he's very close, and I think the potential is so high that I think this is one that I'm willing to accept a slightly lower standard on in terms of like, I don't think he's world class. I don't think he's anywhere near the world class, but I think he's very close. And I think that with Pep and with getting better players, I think this is a player that we have to go and get. Right back, we desperately need a right back. We desperately need a right back, but we've not been linked with pretty much anyone other than Livramento, which is kind of mad because I don't think we're going to get him. So who else do we get? I don't know. So we need that. Ederson in net. What's going on there? We've not heard anything on that one. We thought he was leaving, and apparently now he's like, there's no news. So what's going on there? And then Tijani Reijnders, I think that gets done in the next 3 days. I think that's really close. And then the Morgan Gibbs White one's the interesting one, boys. Because this seems to have gone a little bit stale, a little bit quiet. Now, we've seen a couple of people speak online about have City moved on from Morgan Gibbs White. Was he the first choice? And actually, we've decided to go into the market and get Ryan Cherki. Well, that wasn't what people was telling us when we was getting Gibbs White and Vert. People was telling us we was getting both. So I think City are still going to be in the market for Gibbs White. I just feel that this is going to be one that's going to take a little bit longer. I think maybe Forest will play hardball. You know, they're going to want a high transfer fee. City might long it out and just be like to Gibbs White, bro, you want the deal, you're going to have to push a little bit. You know what I mean? Is Gibbs White going to do that? I don't know. But my expectation is that I do think we'll get Gibbs White, Cherki, and Tijani Reijnders. I just think Gibbs White will drag on. I think Gibbs White will drag on. This is also a good point, by the way. Big up, Brett. There's also a good point. Maybe they'll get Tijani Reijnders and Cherki and then try and get rid of a few and then go back in the market in a second transfer window and then try and get another incoming rather than getting 3 in and not have shifted anyone. Good point. That is a good point. That is a good point. Rather give Nico G the full chance versus getting Gibbs White. Yeah, bro, listen. That's an interesting one, isn't it? But the thing is, bro, I think we need a homegrown player, so we're going to have to get someone. Cambiasso looks like it's potentially a dead deal at the moment. Like, there's literally no news, and you would have thought, bro, you would have thought that this would have been a real quick deal to do, given the fact that City were ready to do the deal in January. And we've heard no news on this whatsoever. Nothing. So I think that might be dead. I think that might be dead deal. What do you think if we rely on Núñez at right back? I think it could end up costing you points. Morgan Gibbs White's there to cover the English quota. Yeah, potentially, but it is what it is. Wesley. Yeah, I mean, we've not heard too much from Wesley recently, but there was a lot of news on that one. I'm going to be doing a watch-along tomorrow at 10:30 on the second channel. Flamengo are playing tomorrow night at 10:30. So, yeah, get on that. We're going to do a Wesley Scout along. So we're going to be watching him tomorrow night. So make sure you get on the second channel for that one. We can't do Cambiasso now. We chose Algeria for our left back, so the right back has to be English. I don't think that's true, bro. Because I've done the numbers and we were fine. But you probably need a Morgan Gibbs White in there. You do probably need a Morgan Gibbs White in there. Núñez is a future baller. I'll be the Wesley links died after we pulled out of the Wirtz deal, so now we have more funds. City want Livramento. Yeah, potentially. I do hear that. That maybe because City have pulled out the Wirtz deal and getting Cherki, they've got a bit more extra available for that right back spot. So maybe they go for Livramento. I just don't know if Newcastle are going to sell. Do they need to sell? Do they want to sell? Does he even want to leave? Like, I'm not being funny, man. Like, these Newcastle players look like they're buzzing up there. We need Livramento. That would be a good signing, man. I can't lie. If Cherki develops a work rate, we get Wirtz for 33 million, says Perfecto. ifs and buts in it, bro. That's the thing with Ryan Cherki, bro. It's a little bit of a gamble. It's a little bit of a risk, but sometimes in life you have to take a risk, bro. Sometimes you have to take a risk, man. Built to you, bro. Built to Jules says that MG Morgan's White transfer is so weird. There's nothing new about it. No news about talks between the player when it joined us and anything. Surely they're working on it. So it's weird. It's a weird one. It's weird. I just think it's on the back burner for now. I think it's on the back burner. I think City are going to be like, yo, let's get this Club World Cup thing sorted, and then we'll revisit it in the second one. Samir says, LB, we have no space for Echeverry, Race, and Bar in the future quarter. Yeah, but bro, yeah, but then wait, you talk about future. So you talk about next season. Yeah, but bro, players will leave, innit? Players will leave. So Akanji could leave next year. You know what I mean? Other players can leave. So yeah, you know, it's one of them. Like you just have to jig the squad around, bro. You have to jig the squad around. But if you don't have the space, they'll have to go in it. Is what it is. But that's a reason really why Livramento would be a great signing, because he's a right back that can play right back for us, and he's you know, he's chill for time. If you can get a second choice goalkeeper that's English, great. But who would you get? Would you be happy with Ramsdale as a backup? Not sure if I would. Third choice goalkeeper absolutely has to be English or homegrown. What's this? Bro, what the hell? Is this actually happening? City are in talks with Atalanta for 70 million euros to sign Ederson. Called up by Ancelotti for the national team. Ederson could go to City. Guardiola's team is discussing a proposal of 70 million euros with Atalanta. What? What? I think we might have pulled out the Gibbs White deal. Do you reckon we pulled out the Gibbs White deal? I reckon we might have pulled out the Gibbs White deal, you know. If this is true. Who's he work for? Bro, this isn't even... This is a second different source now. This is two different sources coming out of Italy saying City are getting Ederson or try to get him. I think we might have pulled out of the Gibbs White deal, gone and got Cherki, and now we're going buying another sort of like midfielder. And maybe... Did he plan to use this guy as the backup six? I don't know. Bro, I can't lie. Yeah, I've watched this guy a few times, man. I'm not fully game on this guy, to be honest with you. I think he's a bit of a mid player from what I've seen. So I'm not like over the moon with this, but I think that might be what the strategy is, boys. And that's what the strategy is. What the hell, man? That is mad. I'm very surprised with that. Very surprised. I wonder if they have. That tells me that they've moved on from Gibbs White. Tells me they've moved on, boys. You're telling me they moved on. Yeah, that's crazy. That is wild. Yeah, I can't lie, man. The scout alongs we did on him back in January were not good. They were not good, man. They were not good, man. No bueno. Hopefully, if he does come, he's better in it. But yeah, we'll see in it. We'll see. Not true. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You'd rather Gibbs White. Yeah, I'd rather Gibbs White. Forest wanted 100 million last week in the press. Yeah, I did see that, bro. Breaking news. Kevin De Bruyne is now a Napoli player. Full agreement has been reached. Yo, big up. We'll be there on the Napoli watch-alongs next season, boys. Yeah, we'll be there. Napoli watch-alongs. Let's lock it in. Let's lock it in. Let's lock it in. Big up to you, bro. I say Nicola is one of the worst sources in Brazil. Nicola? Who's Nicola? Sachi, oh, is that? Wait, who is that, bro? Ash, who is that? Nicola who? Who is that? Nicola. Who is Nicola? Nicola. Nicola. Who is that? KDBX McTominay. That's crazy, bro. Oh, the sauce. Oh, is that the sauce? Yeah. Oh, yeah, George Nicola. Yeah, but that's two different sauces. Wait, where is this guy based? Oh, is he from Brazil? So you've had a sauce from Brazil and a sauce from Italy now. Yeah, I can't lie, man. Like when we did the scout alongs in January, it was not good, innit? LB, will I do Girona watch alongs? Depends if there's any reason to watch them, bro. Depends if there's any reason to watch them. Got any City players there or whatever, maybe. Italian League is like walking football. I love it in Napoli. Yeah, we'll have to get on it, man. Facts. We'll have to get on it, man. That's crazy. Is there a chance we want Nico G gone already? I doubt it. I'd be surprised because I think he's a good player. Weird. Yeah, he's a pole for you. Who would you rather have? Ederson from Atalanta. Atalanta. Or Gibbs White from Forest. Yeah, that's a good poll, man. Right, chat. Poll in the chat. Yo, come on, man. There's 1.2k people in the building. Yeah, we need at least 500 votes on this poll, man, to get like a legit situation. But yeah, smash these likes on the stream as well while we're at it, guys. Smash the likes up, man. Come on, there's 1.2k in the building. And we're not even at 400 likes. We need 15 people to smash the like button. 15, get these likes up. By the way, we're doing a Champions League watch along tonight on the second channel. So make sure you guys are subscribed to more LB. Link is in the description for the watch along tonight. Champions League final. But yeah, vote on that poll. Let me know what you guys are saying. Yeah, man. I don't know what's I don't know if there's anything else really. I don't think there's anything else, man. Has anyone seen any other rumours? Oh, nah. Morgan Gibbs White is happy to stay at Nottingham Forest and isn't pushing a move for City. He's not pushing for a move. Fairs. Fairs. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else really. I don't think there's anything. Let's have a look at this poll before we end. Who would you rather have? 48% of people in the chat are saying you'd rather get Gibbs White from Forest. 17% of people are saying Ederson from Atalanta. And 36% of people are saying Brev, what the fuck is this poll? Fairs. Bedus. How do I decide whether to trust a rumour or not? Various different things. First of all, if it's a certain person that you know is like been putting out legit information, then you might just like believe it. If loads of different people from loads of different like countries and that starting to talk about a transfer, you're like, oh, okay. So this Ederson thing now, you've had an Italian press report it, and you've had a Brazilian press report it. So still early days, but you know, the phrase "there's no smoke without fire," like, you know, what's going on there? So we'll see, man. We'll see, innit? I don't know. We'll see, mate. Us and Nabil trust. Yeah, facts. Yeah, big up to the part. What's going on here? Congrats to Melbourne City, champions of Australia. Melbourne City, champions of Australia, says Pat and Al. Have they literally just won a game or something? Melbourne FC. Have they just played now? They play tomorrow. How can you just super chat at exactly the same time? The same The same. Exactly. What the hell was that all about? Coordinated super chat. Well, have they just played or something? Oh, they just won right now. Oh, fair enough. Oh, yeah. Congratulations then, innit? To Melbourne City. Big up, boys. Congrats. Congratulations, innit? What do I think of the purple panel? I don't think he's legit, yeah. Personally. But some people do, man. Some people do. Some people do. Some people do. They just ruin your bet. Wounded, bro. I want Ederson over Gibbs White because I think Nico G will be better than Gibbs White. Chat didn't think right. Fairs. Double Pep next year. Yeah, confirmed. Confirmed. It is confirmed. Confirmation. Confirmation. I coming down with a cold or something, man. Okay, I got my throat. I don't think Cherki is KDB replacement. It's more of a Bernardo type player. Thoughts, LB. I don't think he's a Bernardo type player. He gets way too many goal involvements for it to be a Bernardo type player. I think he's. I just think he's his own player, bro. Like, I know we like to compare players to these players and that, but I don't really think you can really compare Cherki to a player that we've got, if I'm being honest with you, because he gets way too much output to be compared to Bernardo Silva. Way, way, way too much output. So, yeah, I don't think. Yeah, exactly. I think, yeah, Faisal's facts, bro. I think Cherki's just Cherki, bro. Cherki's just Cherki, innit? I don't really think there's a comparison we can make. Yeah. Chat, there's no City Extra Bomber, man. I Roshan, bro. Stop begging it, man. I see you on the whole stream. City Extra Bomber, bomber, bro. Your name's been on a blacklist, bro. Yeah, every time you come up, I'm like, this guy's fake. This guy's a capo. Yeah, get out of here, bro. Yeah, try and catch me. Yeah, bro, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I've had a fucking 200 milligrams of caffeine, bro. You know what I mean? I'm on it, mate. I'm on it. I'm on it. Get out of here. Get out of here, bro. LB, do you agree that all our current senior English players are fucking shit? Okay, that's a way to ask a question, to be honest. Let's have a look. That is a way to ask a question, bro. Yeah. Let me have a look. Right, nationality. Scott Carson, 39, English, GOAT. John Stones, 31, English. He's not shit. He's arguably the greatest centre-back we've ever had at the football club. He's just injury prone. I mean, Jack Grealish has played more minutes than this guy. So, yeah, I wouldn't say he's shit, but his injury record is atrocious. Kyle Walker, 35, English. Yeah, probs, unfortunately. Calvin Phillips, 29. Yeah. And then Jack Grealish, 29. Yeah. Not all of them. John Stones isn't shit. He's just injury prone. You know what I mean? That's just his problem, man. He's injury prone. It's craziness. It's craziness. Crazy, bro. Crazy. Yo, come on, Pulpy Bray. Next season with these new players, how many goals we're getting in the full season? We usually do what? Between like 85 and 100 in the Prem, do we? Premier League table. How many score we this year? 72. 72, is that it? Bro, what? That's crazy work, bro. Yeah, that's really low. Usually we're in the 90s. 90, 94, 99. Let's say order is returned and we get back in the 90s. Let's say we get 94. 94. Let's say we get to the FA Cup semi-final. That's about, what, 6 games, 7 games. So let's say we score 13 in that. That's on the low side. That's taking to about, what, 110. Champions League, let's say we get to quarterfinals. Yeah. Because I don't think we'll win the Champions League next year. Well, let's say we get to the quarterfinals. That's what, 8. Let's say we actually get in the top 8 this time. That's 8, round of 16, 10, quarterfinals, 12. 25? Yeah, that's taking to what? 1, 135, and then you've got Carabao Cup, which will probably get knocked out in the first round. So yeah, close. Probably not. I don't think that close. Maybe not that close. But yeah, we'll get close to it. Yeah, we'll probably at 125 plus. 125 plus. Shout out stick figures. Rumour is Grealish has been offered with cash as a make weight for Liverpool. That's why Newcastle entertained it. Yeah, but I swear I've seen a tweet this morning, bro, saying Liverpool have not Liverpool. Newcastle have denied that they're interested in this. I think if we get Liverpool, it's a straight cash deal. I think it's a straight cash deal. It'd be upwards of 70 million, I'd imagine. I don't really think they want Grealish. I don't think Newcastle want Grealish. I don't think they want him, bro. But I mean, that'd be a good way to get rid of Grealish and get a player in, wouldn't it? So it'd be good. It'd be good if we can do it. Shout out Ranveer. Big up stick. Appreciate the 5, bro. Big up for the super chat, Ranveer. Shout out to MTFC. Says LB. I have a theory if we pulled out a Morgan Gibbs White deal, then we received encouragement for Liverpool as a homegrown signing. Potentially, but listen, I think we have to sign a homegrown player. I think we have to, really. Unless Akanji leaves and you keep John Stones. That's a possibility as well. But if you get rid of John Stones and you get rid of Grealish, and you get rid of Rico Lewis, which is also a possibility, you're going to probably have to sign a homegrown player. So maybe. I don't know. I know Newcastle fans are saying like they don't need to sell. But if they were to sell Livramento for 70 million, they'd book about what? A 50, 60 million pound PSR profit. So it just enables them to spend even more. And, he's a right back. Realistically, you could replace him for 20, 30 million with some next up and coming right back and then go and buy a top class right winger or, go and buy even more. So potentially, bro, I think it's potential, but I don't think we're in a power position. I don't think Newcastle have to sell. So it will be big cash if we do get him. It will be big cash if we do get him, bro. I smash these likes up, guys, if you've not done so already, man. Get these likes up, innit? Let's try and get to 500 likes before we wrap it. 50 people, smash the likes. We've got 1.1k people in the building. Let's get these likes up. Try and get to 500 likes. Yo, shout out to Ranveer as well. For becoming a member. Big up to you, bro. Appreciate it, man. Links in description, pin comment if anyone wants to become a member. Shout out Ranveer. City extra bomber. Fuck me, man. We're going to have to do this all summer, innit? Bomber Bray. Bray Bomber Bray. LB Bomber Bray. Bro, what? What's the bomber? Bro, that's not a bomber, bro. That's not a bomber. We just literally read this. I can't just read the actual legit tweet and then the fucking aggregator tweets it and then you guys pretend like it's a new bomber. This is the same bomber that we read 2 minutes ago. This was the bomber. If we've not seen this, then yes, this becomes the bomber, Bray. But this ain't a bomber if we've already read the initial bomber. Man. You guys need bomber training is what you need. Yeah? You need training, man. You need to be trained. You guys don't even know what bomber is anymore. Come on, man. We ain't doing separate bombers just because it's tweeted from a separate account. What? When City Report tweet this, is that going to be a third bomber? Manchester Iconic, is that a fourth bomber? City Chief, is that a fifth bomber? Are we just going to do MCFC lads, sixth? But are we just going to do bomber after bomber after bomber for the same thing? You guys need training, man. Yeah, we can't, listen, the window's not even open. We can't continue like this for the full summer. We can't, boys, we can't do this for the full summer, yeah? We're going to have to come to some sort of agreement, some gentleman's agreement, guys. We need a gentleman's agreement because we can't be having this 5 times a stream. We really can't, man. We can't be having this 5 times a stream. Fuck it, hell. Exactly, bro. All jokes aside, we need some sort of bomber system. Facts. We need a system. We need a bomber system. A code. Ooh, is this a bomber? Rodrigo has told Real Madrid he wants to stay. Okay, interesting. Interesting. There you go. Now, big up Ranveer for that membership, bro. Appreciate it. Bomber, boy, bro, facts, man. You guys are merchants. Bomber merchants. Bomber merchants. La 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 bomba. La 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 bomba. Right, I think that's pretty much it for now. I might go live later before the Champions League watch along. If not, I'll just go live for the watch along. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the second channel, More LB. Link is in the chat. No, it's not. Link is in the description down below. We'll be live at about 7:30, half an hour or so before the game for the Champions League final, which I'm looking forward to. But yeah, looking forward to that, man. Hopefully it's going to be a good game, man. I want it to be a good game, innit? We will be there. We will be there. But yeah, anyway, smash these likes up. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new. Have a good day, and I'll see you tonight for the Champions League watch along, bro. See you in a bit. La 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 bamba.